Today, this is Blake here. I've had a helmet on, and also I've been painting. But welcome back to Car Mechanic Simulator, my friends. I have just purchased this Hoonicorn for about 43 grand, which, if you could find a Hoonicorn for that price, I would probably pick it up. Now, this is one of the versions of it. In fact, we should be able to tell by the sponsor, Need for Speed NOLA. I'm going to assume version 1. Am I right? Let me know. Anyway, we're going to get to building this thing. Now, the difference between this episode and the previous episode where we rebuilt the Toyota Supra and made some nice choo-choo power. There's no choo-choo. There's no turbo. But we did rebuild that from scratch. Today, we have a car that is mostly fine, probably drivable, and we're going to throw it onto the test track and the like. So let's, for very first thing, move the car to test track. No oil in the engine. Oh, dear. Well, that's the first job to do. So can we remove, get that hood off, and where does light oil go? Get the engine cover off. Oh, look how tiny! That is a catfish and a half. Holy hellfire. I thought it was pretty decent, but no, we've just gone in the bloody bin. Now, let's fill her up with soup oil. She's overfull. Oh my god. Stop it. Okay. Now, we have stuffs in there. Let's try now. Move the car. Thank goodness. I was hoping, like, it's not just going to end up listing things one by one that we need to do. Now, I don't remember where the test path is, because I am a baboon. Aha! There she is. Right. Come on, then, Hoonicorn. Let's get you popping, shall we? So, test path. How do we activate the test path? Let's not fall into the ditch. Would I like to proceed with the test path? Yes, indeed. Here we go. I was worried it wasn't going to start there for a second. Accelerate. Nice. Slow. Press and hold the brake. We're testing the brakes with a dyno. Front brake. They're not too bad. I was expecting this car to be worse. We're now going to test the suspension, right? Nope. We're testing the other brakes. This is cool. I'm going to find out how my whip is. Oh. Let's get it. How the suspension? Oh, that's not bad. I think overall, this is a very okay car. It's all pretty fine. I think we could probably do with just fixing the interior and the exterior, making it look super fine and fancy. Look, everything is fine. Now, what makes this car on even better, we don't only just have the version here, we have, oh my god, we can make it, oh, holy crap. So we can make it the RTR. Basically, there's 3 different versions of this car, and we can basically switch and choose pieces from all of them, which is beautiful. We can mix and match them to our heart's content. It's glorious. So, as you clearly just saw, we just got an engine cover that is a million miles better. We'll make it look faster, but oh my god. Holy. I think that's a good way to figure out what pieces we're gonna want. So we'll take off the rear, because they need repairing no matter what. There's the rear bumper. We've got tail lights. The tail lights, I think those are probably my favorite tail lights. And what I might do is just try and take everything off for now, and we'll try and repair it, because as you know, you can do that and you can save some money. She's bloody naked. It looks ridiculous. I love it. I want this in my life. Right, repair bench right here. So now, oh dear, we've got a lot of stuff left over from the Supra, but that's fine. Hopefully, we can repair some of this stuff. 99% repair chance. Since when did I become such a smooth G? You managed to repair the part. Nice. Nice. I'm going to have to scroll every time and repair piece by piece. There's one of the lights. There's one of the lights. Why does it take me all the way to the back? Sometime. Buy some extra lights. Thank you very much. Wait, hang on. There's too many. So I think we've got these black lights here, which is definitely what I would go for. And as much as Skyline parts, that's not for this car. We have the side exits, the right rear fenders, the rear bumpers, of course, we can change those. I think, actually, we may have already had it as I kind of want it. We're going to assemble mode. Yep, I just repurchased another one of these. Amazing. Okay. Put that one. That's brand new, brand spanking new. And the front clamshell, of course, we've got this one, which I'm replacing this with. Now, I think we're going to have to respray it again. I was wondering if that was going to be the case, because, of course, it's got a livery on it. It's a beautiful livery. We can actually switch, I believe. I've just got both fenders on. What about the rear clamshell? So this is the other clamshell option, which is removing the wing. I think not. We do need a wing. It's the Hoonicorn, and it deserves one. So I'm interested to see what we can do with the liveries, because I do believe there's going to be at least 2 liveries that we can install onto this vehicle. Of course, these 2 diffusers, exactly the same. We're going to keep the one that we had because we did manage to repair it. So I think after doing all this, we should try and make some more power. So there's 2 front bumpers. That's one of them. One of them has a chrome strip. We're going to apply that and see what we think. Chrome. I'm actually going to say that chrome is quite nice. Put the brand new lights in. I don't want that taped lightness. I want the clean lightness. And then for the front, we can actually switch it to this one if we want to, which is a chrome effect. I'm not sure, but we'll go with it for now. So we've got the interior detailing stuff. We're going to give it a go. We've still got some rust inside on that. We need to weld it. Where's the welder? Repair this body up nice and good. This is how it works, by the way. Yep. It's now perfect. Other than the wheels, but we're going to get to that as well. So let's quickly move you into spray booth. Open them big doors. Here we go. Now, this is the first time I've actually done this. Painting car. Holy poo. That ain't what I want. What I want to do is change the livery. So we're going to go through the liveries. Livery 1. Look at the green effects on the turbo. That's pretty cool. And of course, version 2 of the livery. And version 3. I'm not exactly sure what's going on there. That's a Forza livery. It's got Forza on it. We've got more than that. So we've got this one, which this is when Forza jumped in and we're like, all right, we're going to steal it from Need for Speed. Then we got, which is a streetcar version to multiple streetcar versions. Interesting. I think it's probably, but let's go with version 2, okay? Just to spice it up a little bit. America and all that. And paint. The noise is so odd. Now we'll lift this car up off the ground just a little bit so we can remove the wheels. Please let me remove the wheels. That's not suspension. There we go. Get these wheels off. Fix them up. Make them look sharp and new again. Though it probably makes sense to also replace the tires, because I imagine these tires are pretty poo. These brakes need replacing. A lot of this stuff needs replacing, okay? But it's 50%. Why is it this bad? Why is it this rusty if it's 50%? The brakes are fine. They've just been washed in a humid climate. That's all it is. That's all it is. Knee problem. Knee problem. Okay, let's now take them and separate these tires. While that's happening, I am going to buy some brand new tires to give us that fresh rubber, that fresh contact. Now, we could have tire text like this, which would be actually Slick Tire B is going to be my favorite. Now, I wish you could kind of get 2 of these machines because it does take a while, I must say, but it's going to be worth it. It's totally going to be worth it. Let's take those. And the final one, separata. Right. I think other than doing the tires, do we have any windows, actually? Does it have windows to the side? We do need to repair these. Very nice. Let's get these wheels on. They are going to look beautiful on my very cheap Hoonicorn. I think the actual car to build will cost a little bit more than this, to say the very least. But fresh new rubber. We definitely need to do some of the tuning. I haven't tried. I may have tried it in the past, but I don't actually remember doing much of the tuning. Of course, we could very easily, I think, get this thing to reduce even more horsepower by replacing some of the parts. And I think tuning is the first step that we should give it a go. Righty then. Let's see how that twin turbo setup is going to run. I will tell you, I don't think it will. Proceed with the dyno test. Give us some speed. Give us some power. So factory engine power is 882. What are we going to get with an actual dyno test? Sounded like the starter was still going after... Now, this is all-wheel drive. All power and all the wheels. Holy poo! That was pretty aggressive. Ooh, that's a loss of 35%. 500 horsepower we currently have. Ouch. That's not good. That's really not good. Okay, let's take off those beautiful twin turbos. It's a catfish. It's a genuine catfish. Now, ooh, the game's having a bit of an issue here. I'm going to start taking apart this engine. Now, I'm only going to do the top end. I'm only going to fix the top end. The block is probably fine. Probably no issue. But I'm going to replace with some performance parts where possible. And so, this is the objective. So, the bottom end still intact. Actually, this was for the engine bay. That's kind of where I am. Yes, we've removed a lot of it. I have purchased a replacement alternator. It's the only piece I've actually purchased thus far as a replacement. We've got the serpentine belt. I didn't repair that. Of course, not really sure you would want to. Ooh. Okay, these engine heads provide a 9% bonus. 9%. That is kind of insane. That's hopefully going to get us some performance back. I don't want to rip the whole thing apart. I am kind of lazy, yes. I could definitely rebuild the whole thing. But, look, we're just trying to rebuild the top end, okay? Nothing wrong with a top end rebuild. Don't mind if I do. We can have one side standard, one side rebuilt with the stupidness. We've got the intake manifold 1 car. Can we actually get manifold stuff? Now, unfortunately, we can't replace this part of the manifold, but we do have the ability. Oh yes, very nice. These things, it looks like it's got sequins all over it. Beautiful. So we got the round air filter base. I doubt we can replace that, so we're just going to put the standard one on. But we do have the ability to replace the actual filter itself and pop on. Oh, shiny, shiny, shiny. Now, of course, we gotta finish the sides, which I will do. Yes. But it's only 0.8%. Really? I guess it's an old car. V8s. Nice and clear. As they are. Old American muscle. Modern American vehicles run a little bit clearer than the rest of us. With all the filters and regulations and rules. Except California, which is very strange indeed. So we do need spark plugs. And of course we need 8 of them. So I imagine we can get some in here. Yes. So. Why did I do it like that? Why not? I'm such a baboon. Okay. I think with that, the whole top end is redone. Very nice. Oh, of course. We got the holy hood now. I completely forgot that we did that. Okay. It is ready. Let's send it back to the dyno. This should now allow us to have a little bit more power. Of course, we're going to have more than we did before. We built the top end of the engine. We ain't touched the bottom of it. We could still get more from it. But look at that. But straight up. And 1,000 horsepower. 1,000 horsepower from a top end rebuild. Beautiful. Of course, we got to fix it and also improve upon what we had. But we've made it get 1,000 horsepower at 4,600 RPM. How on earth is it revving to that? Oh, that's standard. It's just below that. Okay, I'm a fool. As a treat, we are at the racetrack. Go! Holy poo! That's really fast. I did not expect it to be that fast. Holy crap. We didn't even have a custom gearbox. Oh my god. You know what? This actually, he says as he hits a wall, might handle really, really well. The all-wheel driveness of it makes it makes it a lot easier. I'm not demonstrating it very well, but you can see in the response of how it's driving, it's not just flopping everywhere. You remember how the Supra was just flopping everywhere last episode? Well, very clearly this time, I got it. Keyboard and mouse, man, we got it. No controller needed here today, baby. The brakes are not very good, though. That would make sense because we didn't replace them. We gave it 1,000 horsepower and didn't really bother fixing the brakes. Is this the correct way to go? I'm not sure, but I'm happy with it. We've rebuilt the Hoonicorn. There's one final thing to check. We've got a top speed of 220 kilometers. All right, get out of here. I bought this car for 43,000 and it was worth 42. If we go to car status, 75 grand. Woo! That is beautiful. I'm happy with that. General body condition, frame, interior, global parts. Of course, everything here can still be fixed, but we did a decent amount. What was just something really, really low? Front right door. I mean, the left door, it looks fine. Oh, it's a bit scuffed. Oh dear. Alright, thanks so much for watching this video. Hopefully you did enjoy. Let me know what I should rebuild the next episode. Should we do it from the very beginning? Or should we do one of these again? Let me know. Smash the like, subscribe if you're not. See you in the next video. Until next time, peace.